Hey dumplings, it's Dave Decide. Welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about a few things here today. This is just going to be some light and fun tea that we have. We have Taehyung kind of caught on a live show with his pants open. He seemingly freaked out just a little bit, but I'll talk about the reaction and what happened and all that jazz. Us armies are dying over here. We also have a moment where Jimin was being seduced by someone. I'll get into that tea at the end. We're not going to spoil it right now. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you use a hater, like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now, let's get into it. Now, let's start off with Taehyung having open pants on TV, sort of. Now, of course, let me start off by giving a little bit of a backstory and all that stuff. So bear with me. This wasn't like a talk show situation. It was more like an interview, and it was a radio interview that also had a live video portion that was going to be streaming. This was on NBC Radio, and keep in mind, NBC Radio, it's a big show. They were obviously there to promote their new song, and can I say, it has been 84 years since BTS has done a Korean interview. I am happy they are still serving kind of their Korean audience and let the people who only speak Korean kind of know how BTS has been and what they have been up to. But maybe after this incident, Taehyung will never do an interview ever again. When I saw the interview at first, I didn't really notice anything, as I definitely feel like you have to be looking for it or be very closely looking for this particular thing. But definitely some news sites picked up on this by really looking at Taehyung. Taehyung seemed like he didn't know that the interview was being recorded for viewing and not just for listening. So Taehyung was kind of taking a moment. He was sitting back, kind of just enjoying the interview. He was relaxing and all that stuff. And then he started adjusting something under his seat or under the table. And it looked like he ended up zipping up his pants. Obviously, I feel like if he hadn't zipped up his pants, no one would have probably noticed that his pants was unzipped. But the fact that he reached down there and adjusted himself, this made it a little bit more obvious. And likely hardcore Taehyung stans were probably looking at him like, it's really not that big of a deal at all, as this happens to me all the time. My zipper is always down. No one's ever pulling it down, it's just always down. Therefore, I've resulted in wearing pants with no zippers, just buttons. So obviously this isn't a big deal to me, but literally within the same minute of him adjusting his pants and zipping it up, the interviewer was running down everything for the show, like kind of the intro. So he mentioned there would be a listening portion, like what people are likely going to hear on the radio, and of course there was a viewing portion available for streaming. Taehyung immediately sat up straight and started looking around what seemed like he was looking for cameras. He had such a worried look on his face. But also, how hidden were these cameras that he didn't notice this? And I think he was definitely looking to make sure that there were no cameras behind him, or in any way that could have been staring directly at his crotch. Now, no one knows for sure if this was why, or what the real reason he seemingly looked like he was worried, but it definitely appeared that way given the turn of events. I love how his whole mouth just like dropped, like, oh my god. It's like totally not a big deal, I think. I'm pretty sure this is no scandal in Korea. Everyone in Korea has pants. Those pants sometimes have zippers. You know, things happen. Maybe Taehyung had just went to the bathroom right before this and forgot to do a little zip. I'm glad they didn't get like a super clear shot of him zipping up his pants, because that would be something to be self-cautious about. But hey, I've never been someone who is insecure about zipping my pants. Like, it's just not embarrassing for me. I've seen a lot of guys in public adjust themselves and full-blown even grab their balls. This is in public and they have no shame. And good for them, I guess. So don't be ashamed of your zipper. If I was Taehyung, I would have just stood right up, unzipped my pants just to zip it back up, give everyone a full view. Imagine if you did that. I definitely wanted to see what other people were saying over on the tweets there. One person wrote, Taehyung, don't worry, we saw nothing. Right, we'll turn a blind eye and pretend we did not see anything. Taehyung who? Taehyung wasn't even at the interview. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just so cute that he is so stressed about this. Like, whether it was about his zipper or not, he seemed so stressed over this such cute and small thing. And then you look at all the other members and they're just like good, they're not even noticing, they don't care. I mean, look at J-Hope over here. He's like, yes, good interview, yes. The other comments and people on the tweets were talking about how cute Taehyung is. One person wrote, cutest baby ever. He is so cute. Oh, to achieve this level of cuteness, where do I purchase? Like, is this sold at the BTS Weavers shop? Is this cuteness part of their merch line? Is this like a card I can purchase? And after purchasing the card, will now everything I do be super cute? I swear they could murder me and still look cute doing so. Please murder me, Zaddy. I could never look cute doing that. I don't look cute when I murder. It's so funny how a little mistake mistake that he makes can really like seduce us armies, make us love him so much more. I mean, how much of you can likely relate to this? I bet most of us. It makes us feel like he is so much more human and almost humble that this is something he is insecure about. Very sexy. I love it. Jimin is someone who not too long ago has been seduced. This of course was a little bit back when BTS was allowed to host concerts. They were performing Boy With Love and they were on stage really killing it, doing their BTS thing. I'm sure as you guys know the song Boy With Love, there's a little bit in there that Jin kind of sings. Come be my teacher. Oof, oof, oof. It's supposed to be sexy and hot. This is like a little flirty moment that Jin kind of has. Like when he performs this live, he gives us this flirty moment to the armies. It's also a cute moment in the song in general. I mean, in the song Boy With Love, when he does say, come be my teacher, the boys do a little like hip thrust movement. If you haven't noticed that, now you'll notice it. So it's definitely meant to be hot and cute. First off, Jin saying anything, our Mr. Worldwide Handsome saying anything, will be sexy and hot. But particularly that part of the song, which is usually sung by Jin to the armies. And then armies usually blush or scream or we die. But Jin actually did turn to Jimin in this particular song of the performance to sing this to Jimin. I assume it was already because Jimin was already making eye contact with Jin. So he was like, fine, you can come and be my teacher. Immediately you saw Jimin's reaction to this. He immediately became super flustered. And he looked like he died a little bit. In the best possible way. It's funny because now he knows how us armies feel. Of course, Jimin could not stop laughing. And it was absolutely hilarious. I think we enjoyed that reaction way more than we would have enjoyed Jin singing us that line. I definitely wanted to see what some other armies were saying, what their opinions were, and one person on the Twitter, they wrote, Jimin got flustered when Jin asked him to be his teacher. HD, HD, HD. Right, you can visibly see how much Jimin liked this. It was a fun moment for them. I am so glad that not just for this year, but even the years before it, that BTS started reaching the point where they became very comfortable in their choreography and in their performances, that they could just go up on stage and actually have fun. Other people on the Twitter also said this. That's my panicked gay winking face. This is me back when I was in that dusty closet. Good memory. Now I'd be like, yes, hubby, let's make out. I'm kidding, all jokes here, of course. Which I want to clarify, by the way. Although likely the people that I'm going to be talking about have not watched up to this point of the video, they've probably clicked off already. But every time I say something, like BTS could be gay, people get so offended. First of all, we don't know anything. And there's no problem if they're gay or not. If they decide to be with women, that's good. If they're gay, that's good too. It's not my business, and I'm never going to assume that they are gay, bi, or whatever. Especially if they haven't said anything. What does that tell that little gay closeted boy over there, who also likes BTS, when they see comments of people being upset that BTS could be gay? Anyway, I thought these moments were cute. I'm glad a lot of people were kind of making jokes. Honestly, people were making jokes on both things I mentioned. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. As always, I do have a Patreon. If you want to go over to my Patreon and check that out, I post a lot of copyrighted material over there and things that I can't necessarily upload here, whether that's music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions, whatever you'd like. You can also recommend things over there. Please make sure you check that out. Anything you contribute over there helps kind of give back to this channel. It really helps me put more time and effort into doing research, into really spending time to making sure that these videos are good. A link in the top of the description and down below. There's also 2 videos that will appear on the screen at the end of the video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.